Scene 1.
I learn in this letter that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina, and hath bestowed much honour on a young Florentine called Claudio.
He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age.
I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from the wars or no?
I know none of that name, lady.
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he's returned, and as pleasant as ever he was. He is a good soldier, lady.
And a good soldier to a lady. But what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuffed with all honorable virtues.
It is so indeed. He is no less than a stuffed man. But for the stuffing, well, we are all mortal.
You must not, sir, mistake my niece. There's a kind of merry war betwixt Signor Benedict and her. They never meet, but there's a skirmish of wit between them.
In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now is the whole man governed with 1. Who is his companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
He is the most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
O Lord, he will hang upon him like a disease. God help the noble Claudio.
You will never run mad, niece.
No, not till a hot January.
Don Pedro's approached. Good Signor Leonato, I think this is your daughter.
Her mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Signor Benedict, no.
If Signor Leonato be her father, she would not have his head on her shoulders for all Messina, as like him as she is.
I wonder that you will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What, my dear Lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she hath such meat food to feed upon as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Then is courtesy a turncoat, but it is certain I am loved of all ladies, only you excepted, and I would I could find it in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women. I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall escape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, if it were such a face as yours.
Signor Claudio and Signor Benedict, my dear friend Leonato hath invited us all to stay here, and I have agreed to accept his offer for at the least a month.
Let me bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled to the prince your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I am not of many words, but I thank you.
Please at your grace lead on.
Benedict, didst thou note the daughter of Signor Leonato?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Methinks she's too low for a high praise, too brown for a fair praise, and too little for a great praise. I do not like her.
In mine eye, she is the sweetest lady that ever I looked on.
I can see yet without spectacles, and I see no such matter. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn the contrary, if Hero would be my wife.
What secret hath held you here?
He is in love with Hero, Leonato's short daughter.
Amen. If you love her, for the lady is very well worthy.
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
I neither feel how she should be loved, nor know how she should be worthy.
Thou wast ever an obstinate heretic to love.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks. But that I will live and die a bachelor, all women shall pardon me.
I shall see there I die. Look pale with love.
With anger, with sickness, or with hunger, my lord, not with love.
My liege, your highness now may do me good.
I know we shall have revelling tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise, and tell fair Hero I am Claudio. And in her bosom I'll unclasp my heart, then after to her father will I break. And the conclusion is, she shall be thine.
Scene 2.
My lord, why are you thus out of measure sad?
There is no measure in the occasion that breeds, therefore my sadness is without limit.
You have of late stood out against your brother, and he hath taken you newly into his grace.
My brother trusts me, but with a muzzle. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking.
Can you make no use of your discontent? What news, Braccio?
I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve for any model to build mischief on?
Mary, it is your brother's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio?
He wishes to marry Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonato. I heard it agreed upon that the princes should woo Hero for himself, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him any way, I bless myself every day. You are both sure, and will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
Scene 3.
Was not Count John here at supper?
I saw him not.
He is of a very melancholy disposition.
How tartly that gentleman looks. I never can see him, but I am heartburned an hour after.
By my troth, niece, thou wilt never get thee a husband if thou be so shrewd of thy tongue.
In faith, she's too cursed.
I pray upon my knees every morning and evening, Lord, let me not endure a husband with a beard on his face.
You may light on a husband that hath no beard.
What should I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman?
Well, daughter, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God make men of some other metal than earth. No, uncle, I'll none.
Daughter, remember what I told you. If the prince do solicit you in that kind, you know your answer.
The revellers are entering.
Lady, will you walk with me in your company?
Well, I would you did like me.
So would not I, for your own sake, for I have many ill qualities.
Which is one?
I say my prayers aloud.
I love you the better. The hearers may cry, Amen.
God match me with a good dancer.
Amen.
I know you well enough. You are Signor Antonio.
At a word, I am not.
I know you by the waggling of your head.
To tell you true, I counterfeit him.
Will you not tell me who you are or who told you?
Not now.
Well, this must have been Signor Benedict that said so.
What's he?
I am sure you know him well enough.
No, I believe. No. Oh, God. Not I. Believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray you, what is he?
Why, he is the prince's jester, a very dull fool.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do.
Claudio remains. I know him by his bearing.
Are not you Signor Benedict?
You know me well. I am he.
Senior, you are very near my brother in his love. He is enamored on Hero. I pray you, dissuade him from her. She is no equal for his birth. You may do the part of an honest man in it.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I too, and he swore he would marry her tonight. Thus answer I in the name of Benedict. But hear these ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so, the prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all other things, save in the office and affairs of love. Farewell, therefore, Hero.
Count Claudio, come, will you go with me? The prince hath got your Hero.
I wish him joy of her.
But did you think the prince would have served you thus?
I pray you, leave me.
Alas, poor hurt fowl, but that my lady Beatrice should know me, and not know me. The prince's fool, ha! Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Now, Senior, where's the Count? Did you see him? Why, how now, Count? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then, sick?
The Count is neither sad, nor sick, nor merry, nor well, but something of that jealous complexion.
Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and fair Hero is won. I have broke with her father, and his goodwill obtained. Named a day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. His grace hath made the match, and I say amen to it.
Speak, Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. I were but little happy, if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss, and let not him speak neither.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Good Lord for alliance. Thus goes every one to the world but I, and I am sunburnt. I may sit in a corner and cry hi-ho for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one. Will you have me?
No, my lord, unless I might have another for working days. Your grace is too costly to wear every day. But I beseech your grace, pardon me, I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
To be merry best becomes you. For, out of question, you were born in a merry hour.
No, sure, my mother cried. But then there was a star danced, and under that I was born.
Niece, will you look to those things I told you of?
I cry you mercy, uncle, by your grace's pardon.
By my troth, a pleasant-spirited lady, but she cannot endure to hear tell of a husband.
Oh, by no means. She mocks all her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
Oh, Lord, my lord, if they were but a week married, they would talk themselves mad.
I will undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Signor Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, the one with the other.
My lord, I am for you.
And I, my lord.
And you too, gentle hero.
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods.
Scene 4.
It is so. The Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonato.
Yea, my lord, but I can cross it.
How canst thou cross this marriage?
I think I told your lordship a year since how much I am in the favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to Hero. I can, at any unseasonable instant of the night, appoint her to look out at her lady's chamber window.
What life is in that, to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies in you to temper. Go you to the prince your brother and Count Claudio, and tell them that you know that Hero loves me. They will scarcely believe this without trial, so they will see me at her chamber window, hear me call Margaret Hero, hear Margaret term me Claudio.
Be cunning in the working this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
Scene 5.
I do much wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love, will, after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love, and such a man is Claudio. Ha! The prince and Monsieur Love! I will hide me in the arbor.
Come hither, Leonato. What was it you told me today? That your niece, Beatrice, was in love with Signor Benedict?
I did never think that lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I neither. But most wonderful that she should so dote on Signor Benedict, whom she hath in all other outward behaviors seemed ever to abhor.
Why? What effects of passion shows she?
Bait the hook well, this fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? You heard my daughter tell you how.
I would have. I thought her spirit had been invincible against all assaults of affection.
I would have sworn it had, my lord, especially against Benedict.
I should think this is a gull, but that the white-bearded fellow speaks it.
He hath ta'en the infection. Hold it up.
Hath she made her affection known to Benedict?
No, and she swears she never will. That's her torment. She wrote him of her love, but tore the letter into 1,000 pieces, railed at herself that she should be so immodest.
Then down upon her knee she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses, oh, sweet Benedict!
It were good that Benedict knew of it by some other, if she will not discover it.
To what end? He would make but a sport of it, and torment the poor lady worse.
If he should, it were a kindness to hang him. She's an excellent sweet lady, and virtuous.
And she is exceeding wise.
In everything but in loving Benedict.
Hero thinks surely she will die, for she says she will die, if he love her not, and she will die, ere she make her love known, or she will die, if he woo her, rather than she will bate one breath of her accustomed crossness.
I love Benedict well, and I could wish he would modestly examine himself, to see how much he is unworthy so good a lady.
If he do not dote upon her this, I will never trust my expectation.
Let there be the same net spread for her, and that must your daughter and her gentlewoman carry.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They have the truth of this from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me! I did never think to marry. I have railed so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter? Here comes Beatrice, by this day. She is a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those things than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure then in the message.
Yea, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point and choke a daw withal. You have no stomach, Señor. Fare you well.
Ha! Against my will I am sent to bid you come in to dinner. There's a double meaning in that.
Scene 6. Good Margaret, run thee to the parlour. Tell Beatrice that Ursula and I walk in the orchard, and our whole discourse is all of her.
I'll make her come.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, our talk must only be of Benedick. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man did merit. My talk to thee must be how Benedick is sick in love with Beatrice. Now begin.
Are you sure that Benedick loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my new troth lord. They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they loved Benedick, to wish him Russell with affection, and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so?
Nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn ride sparkling in her eyes, misprizing what they look on, and her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seems weak. She cannot love.
If knew his love, she would make sport at it.
And who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me into air.
Yet tell her of it. Hear what she will say.
No, rather I will go to Benedick and counsel him to fight against his passion.
She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedick.
Indeed, he hath an excellent good name.
We have caught her, madam.
If it prove so, then loving goes by haps. Some Cupid kills with arrows, some with traps.
What fire is in mine ears? Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? And Benedick, love on, I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand.
Scene 7. I hope he be in love.
There is no appearance of fancy in him, unless it be a fancy that he hath to strange disguises. For my life, he goes to speak with Leonato about Beatrice.
'Tis even so. Hero and Margaret have by this played their parts with Beatrice, and then the two bears will not bite one another when they meet.
My lord and brother, God save you. If your leisure served, I would speak with you.
In private?
If it please you, yet Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow?
You know he does.
I know not that, when he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
Why, what's the matter?
I came hither to tell you the lady is disloyal.
Who, Hero?
Even she.
Disloyal?
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. Go but with me tonight, you shall see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then tomorrow, wed her, but it'd be better fit your honor to change your mind.
May this be so?
I will not think it.
If I see anything tonight why I should not marry her, tomorrow in the congregation, where I should wed, there I will shame her.
And, as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee to disgrace her. O day untowardly turned.
O mischief strangely thwarting.
O plague right well prevented. So will you say when you have seen the sequel.
Scene 8.
Are you good men, and true?
Yea, or else it were a pity, but they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were a punishment too good for them if they should have any allegiance in them, being chosen for the prince's watch.
Well, give them their charge, neighbor Dogberry.
First, who do you think the most desertless man to be constable?
Hugh Oatcake, sir, or George Seacole, for they can write and read.
Come hither, neighbor Seacole. To be a well-favored man is the gift of fortune, but to write and read comes by nature.
Both which, Master Constable?
You have, I knew it would be your answer. Make no boast of it, and for your writing and reading, let that appear when there is no need of such vanity. You are thought here to be the most senseless and fit man for the constable of the watch. Therefore bear you the lantern. This is your charge. You shall comprehend all vagrom men. You are to bid any man stand in the prince's name.
How if he will not stand?
Why then take no note of him, but let him go, and presently call the rest of the watch together, and thank God you are rid of a knave.
If he will not stand when he is bidden, he is none of the prince's subjects.
True, and they are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. You shall also make no noise in the streets, for the watch to babble and to talk is most tolerable and not to be endured.
We will rather sleep than talk. We know what belongs to a watch.
Why, you speak like an ancient and most quiet watchman. For I cannot see how sleeping should offend. Only have a care that your bills be not stolen. Well, you are to call at all the alehouses and bid those are drunk get them to bed.
How if they will not?
Why, then let them alone till they are sober. If they make you not the better answer, you may say they are not the men you took them for.
Well, sir.
If you meet a thief, you may suspect him to be no true man, and the less you meddle or make with him, the more is for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, shall we not lay hands on him?
Truly, by your office you may, but I think the most peaceable way for you is to let him show himself what he is and steal out of your company.
You have always been called a merciful man, partner.
Truly, I would not hang a dog by my will, much more a man who hath any honesty in him.
If you hear a child cry in the night, you must call to the nurse to bid her still it.
How if the nurse be asleep and will not hear us?
Why, then depart in peace, and let the child wake her with crying.
Very good.
Well, masters, good night. If there be any matter of weight chances, call up me, keep your fellows' counsels and your own, and good night. Come, neighbor.
We hear our charge. Let us go sit here upon the church bench till 2, and then all to bed.
One word more, honest neighbors. I pray you watch about Signor Leonardo's door. For the wedding being there tomorrow, there is a great coil tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant, I beseech you.
Conrad, I say.
Now forward with thy tale.
Stand thee close, then, under this penthouse.
Some treason, yet stand close.
Therefore, know I have earned of Don John 1,000 ducats.
Is it possible that any villainy should be so dear?
I have tonight wooed Margaret, the Lady Hero's gentlewoman by the name of Hero. She leans me out of her mistress's chamber window, bids me 1,000 times good night, while the prince, Claudio, and my master, planted and placed and possessed by my master Don John, saw afar off in the orchard this amiable encounter.
And thought they Margaret was Hero?
They did. We charge you in the prince's name, stand.
Call up the right master constable. We have here recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery that ever was known in the Commonwealth.
And one deformed is one of them. I know him.
Masters, you'll be made bring deformed forth, I warrant you. Masters!
Never speak. We charge you let us obey you to go with us.
Come, we'll obey you.
Scene 9. Good Ursula, wake my cousin Beatrice, and desire her to rise.
I will, lady.
Good Meg, I'll wear this.
By my troth, it's not so good, and I warrant your cousin will say so.
Good morrow, coz.
Good morrow, sweet hero.
Why, how now? Do you speak in the sick tune?
I am out of all other tune, methinks.
Oh!
'Tis almost 5 o'clock, cousin. 'Tis time you were ready. By my troth, I am exceedingly ill.
These gloves the Count sent me, they are an excellent perfume.
I am stuffed, cousin. I cannot smell.
Get you some of this distilled herb, Cardus benedictus, and lay it to your heart. It is the only thing for a qualm.
There thou prickest her with a thistle.
Benedictus? Why Benedictus? You have some moral in this Benedictus.
Moral? No, by my troth, I have no moral meaning. I meant plain, holy thistle. You may think perchance that I think you are in love, but I am not such a fool to think that you are in love, or that you will be in love, or that you can be in love. Yet Benedict was such another, and now is he become a man? He swore he would never marry, and yet now, in despite of his heart, he eats his meat without grudging. And how you may be converted, I know not, but methinks you look with your eyes as other women do.
What pace is this that thy tongue keeps?
Not a false gallop.
Madam, withdraw. The prince, the count, Signor Benedict, Don John, and all the gallants of the town are come to fetch you to church.
Help to dress me, good coz, good Meg, good Ursula. Scene 10.
What would you with me, honest neighbor?
Marry, sir, I would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
Brief, I pray you, for you see it is a busy time with me.
Marry, this it is, sir.
Yes, in truth it is, sir.
What is it, my good friends?
Marry, sir, our watch tonight, accepting your worship's presence, have taken a couple as errant knaves as any in Messina.
One word, sir. Our watch, sir, have indeed comprehended 2 auspicious persons, and we would have them this morning examined before your worship.
Take their examination yourself and bring it to me. I am now in great haste, as it may appear unto you.
It shall be suffigance.
Fare you well.
We are now to examination these men.
And we must do it wisely.
We will spare for no wit, I warrant you.
Scene 11.
Come, Friar Francis, be brief.
You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady.
No.
To be married to her. Friar, you come to marry her.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this count?
I do.
If either of you know any inward impediment why you should not be conjoined, charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any, hero? None, my lord.
Know you any, count?
I dare make his answer. None.
Stand thee by, friar. Father, by your leave, will you give me this maid, your daughter?
As freely, son, as God did give her to me.
There, Leonato, take her back again. Give not this rotten orange to your friend. Behold how she blushes here. Her blush is guiltiness.
What do you mean, my lord?
Is my lord well that he doth speak so wide?
Sweet prince, why speak not you?
What should I speak? I stand dishonored.
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
Sir, they are spoken, and these things are true.
This looks not like a nuptial.
Oh, God defend me! How am I beset? What kind of catechizing call you this? To make you answer truly to your name. Is it not Hero? Who can blot that name with any just reproach? Marry, that can Hero. Hero itself can blot out Hero's virtue. What man was he talked with you yesternight, out at your window betwixt 12 and 1? I talked with no man at that hour, my lord.
Leonato, I am sorry you must hear, upon my honor, myself, my brother, and these grief count, did see her, hear her, at that hour last night, talk with the ruffian at her chamber window.
O hero, what a hero hadst thou been! But fare thee well, most foul, most fair, farewell.
Why, how now, cousin, wherefore sink you down?
Come, let us go. These things come thus to light. Smother her spirits up.
How doth the lady?
Dead, I think. Help, uncle! Hero, why, hero! Uncle! Signor Benedict! Friar!
O fate, take not away thy heavy hand.
Have comfort.
Wherefore?
Oh, on my soul, my cousin is belied.
I was with no one at that hour.
There is some strange misprison in the princes.
If their wisdoms be misled in this, the practice... Okay, let me try that over. If their wisdoms be misled in this, the practice of it lives in Don John, the prince's brother.
Pause a while. Your daughter here the princes left for dead. Let her a while be secretly kept in, and publish it that she is dead indeed.
What will this do?
When Claudio hears she died upon his words, the idea of her life shall sweetly creep into his study of imagination. Then shall he mourn, and wish he had not so accused her.
Signor Leonato, let the friar advise you.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest twine may lead me.
Come, lady, die to live, have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason, I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wronged.
Ah, how much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way, but no such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. Is not that strange?
As strange as the thing I know not. It were as possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you. But believe me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me. I protest I love thee.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Ha! Not for the whole wide world.
You kill me to deny it. Farewell.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
I am gone, though I am here. There is no love in you. Nay, I pray you, let me go.
Is Claudio thine enemy?
He hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman. O God, that I were a man, I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Hear me, Beatrice.
Sweet hero, she is wronged, she is slandered, she is undone.
Beatrice!
Oh, I will die a woman with grieving.
Think you in your soul that Count Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I am engaged. I will challenge him.
Scene 12.
Is our whole dissembly here?
Which be the malefactors?
That am I and my partner.
That's certain. We have been exhibitioned.
No. Which are the offenders that are to be examined?
What is your name, friend?
Borachio.
Pray write down Borachio. Yours?
My name is Conrad. I am a gentleman.
Write down Master Gentleman Conrad. Masters, it is proved already that you are little better than false knaves. How answer you for yourselves?
Marry, sir, we say we are none.
I say to you, it is thought you are false knaves.
Sir, I say to you, we are none.
Have you writ down that they are none?
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. You must call forth the watch. That are their accusers.
Masters, I charge you, in the prince's name, accuse these men.
This man said, sir, that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
Write down Prince John a villain. Why, this is flat perjury to call a prince's brother villain.
What heard you him say else?
Marry, that he had received 1,000 ducats of Don John for accusing the lady Hero wrongfully.
Flat burglary as ever was committed.
What else, fellow?
And that Count Claudio did mean, upon his words, to disgrace Hero before the whole assembly and not marry her.
O villain, thou wilt be condemned into everlasting redemption for this.
And this is more, masters, than you can deny. All this has come to pass, and Hero has died of grief. Master Constable, let these men be bound and taken to Leonato.
Come, bind them, thou naughty varlet.
Away, you are an idiot. You are an idiot.
Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my years? Oh, that he were here to write me down an idiot. But masters, remember that I am an idiot. Though it be not written down, yet forget not that I am an idiot.
Scene 13.
If you go on thus, you will kill yourself.
I pray thee, cease thy counsel. Bring me a father that so loved his child, whose joy of her is overwhelmed like mine. He alone can speak comfort to this grief. Hear you, my lords.
We have some haste, Leonato.
Some haste, my lord. Well, fare you well, my lord. Are you so hasty now? Well, all is one.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man. If he could right himself with quarreling, some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs him?
Mary, thou dost wrong me. Thou dissembler, I speak not like a dotard nor a fool. Thou hath so wronged mine innocent child and me. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors.
My villainy.
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
You say not right, old man.
Away, I will not have to do with you.
My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but, on my honor, she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof. See? Here comes the man we sent to seek.
Good day, my lord. I came to seek you both.
We have been up and down to seek thee, for we are high-proof melancholy, and would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
I will bid thee draw, as we do the minstrels, draw to pleasure us.
As I am an honest man, he looks pale. Art thou sick or angry? I think he be angry indeed.
You are a villain. I jest not. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. My lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you. Your brother is fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. For my lord Lackbeard there. He and I shall meet. Until then, peace be with you.
He is in earnest.
In most profound earnest, and I'll warrant you, for the love of Beatrice.
And hath challenged thee?
Most sincerely.
But soft you, let me be. Did he not say my brother was fled?
Come you, sir. If justice cannot tame you, you shall ne'er weigh more reasons in her balance. Nay, and you be a cursing hypocrite once, you must be looked to.
How now? What offense have these men done?
Marry, sir, they have committed false report. Moreover, they have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanderers. Sixth and lastly, they have belied a lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
First, I ask thee what they have done. Thirdly, I ask thee what their offenses. Sixth and lastly, what they are committed. And to conclude, what you lay to their charge.
Sweet prince, let me go no farther to mine answer. Do you hear me, and let this count kill me? I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdoms could not discover, these shallow fools have brought to light, who in the night overheard me confessing to this man how Don John, your brother, incensed me to slander the lady Hero, how you were brought into the orchard and saw me court Margaret in Hero's garments, how you disgraced her when you would marry her. My villainy they have upon record, which I had rather seal with my death than repeat over to my shame. The lady is dead upon mine and my master's false accusation, and briefly I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I have drunk poison whilst he uttered it.
But did my brother set thee on to this?
Yea, and paid me richly for the practice of it. Sweet Hero,
Come, the clerk hath reformed Signor Leonato of the matter, and masters, do not forget to specify that I am an idiot. Art thou the slave that with thy breath hast killed mine innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
No, not so, villain. Thou beliest themselves. Here stand a pair of honorable men. A third has fled that had a hand in it. I thank you, princes, for my daughter's death.
Choose your revenge upon me.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. Tomorrow morning come you to the house, and since you could not be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My brother hath a daughter, almost the copy of my child that's dead, and she alone is heir to both of us. Give her the right you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
O noble sir, your overkindness doth wring tears from me.
Sir, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me an idiot. There's for thy pains. God save the foundation. Go, I discharge thee of thy prisoner, and I thank thee. We shall meet again, God prohibit it.
Scene 14.
Sweet Beatrice, wouldst thou come when I called thee?
Yea, Signor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay but till then.
Then is spoken. Fare you well now, and yet, ere I go, let me go with that I came, which is, with knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I must shortly hear from him, or I will subscribe him a coward. And, I pray thee now, tell me how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, and mend. There will I leave you two, for here comes one in haste.
Madam, you must come to your uncle. It is proved my lady Hero hath been falsely accused, the prince and Claudio mightily abused, and Don John is the author of all, who is fled and gone. Will you come presently? Will you go hear this news, Signor?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thy eyes. And moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle's.
Scene 15.
Did I not tell you she was innocent?
So were the prince and Claudio who accused her.
Well, I am glad that all things sort so well.
Well, daughter, and you gentlewomen all, withdraw into a chamber by yourselves, and when I send for you, come hither masked.
Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, Signor?
To bind me, or undo me, one of them. Signor Leonato, truth it is, good Signor, your niece regards me with an eye of favor.
That I my daughter lent her, 'tis most true.
And I do with an eye of love requite her.
What's your will?
My will is your good will, may stand with ours this day to be conjoined in the state of honorable marriage.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, prince, good morrow. Claudio, we here attend you. Are you yet determined today to marry with my brother's daughter?
Yes.
Call her forth. Brother, here's the friar ready.
I do give you her.
Why, then she's mine. Sweet, let me see your face.
No, that you shall not, till you take her hand before this friar and swear to marry her.
Give me your hand before this holy friar. I am your husband, if you like of me. And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband. Another hero! Nothing certainer. One hero died defiled, but I do live.
The former hero. The hero that is dead.
When after that the holy rites are ended, I'll tell you largely of fair Hero's death. Meantime, let wonder seem familiar, and to the chapel let us presently.
Beatrice, do not you love me?
Why, no more than reason.
Why, then your uncle and the prince and Claudio have been deceived. They swore you did.
Do not you love me?
Troth, no more than reason.
Why, then my cousin Margaret and Ursula are much deceived, for they did swear you did.
They swore that you were almost sick for me.
They swore that you were well nigh dead for me.
'Tis no such matter. Then you do not love me?
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Come, daughter. I am sure you love the gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her, for here's a paper written in his hand, a halting sonnet of his own pure brain, fashioned to Beatrice. And here's another, written in my cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, containing her affection unto Benedick.
Here's our own hands against our hearts.
I would not deny you, but by this good day I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Peace!
How dost thou, Benedict, the married man?
I'll tell thee what, Prince. A college of witcrackers cannot flout me out of my humor. Come, come, we are friends. Let's have a dance ere we are married, that we may lighten our own hearts and our wives' heels.
My lord, your brother John is taken in flight, and brought with armed men back to Messina.
Think not on him till tomorrow. I'll devise the brave punishment for him. Strike up, pipers!